Welcome back, everybody. Welcome if you are new. Today we're in the street stocks here at Knoxville. Ran a pretty good time in practice. I'm happy with that. Hopefully we could stay in the 7s for qualifying, because track started getting a little bit worn in now through practice. Still probably going to be right along the bottom will be the fast lane. But and when we get to the heats and stuff, people are probably going to run up where the grip is, like a lane higher, just so people can't get a run on them for the straightaways, I imagine. I think 3 and 4 you could still hook the bottom, but 1 and 2 people will probably move up. I let off a little bit going into turn 1, tried to keep the car as straight as we can. Try not to get too sideways. It did feel a little too sideways there through 1 and 2. Same thing here in 3 and 4, just trying to keep the car straight. It is definitely sliding a whole lot. That's probably not going to be a very quick lap. Okay, never mind, we got a 752. I thought it was going to be the 8s, to be honest. Really thought that was going to be in the 8s, but I'll take that. It's a little bit slower in their practice time, but once the track starts getting worn in and stuff, that usually happens. Second lap, probably not going to be faster. We didn't have a run-in for the lap. And we ran at 8:10, which honestly still isn't that bad. Still faster than second is at the moment, so I'll take that. We ran a good time, though. We should be starting somewhat towards the front for our heats, which will be nice. Still have, where's the 3 car? The number 1 car, my bad. I'm the 3 car. Number 1 car hasn't qualified yet. Neither has the number 2, and a lot of the higher numbers down here still. So hopefully we can hold on to the pole, and I'll bring you guys back when we're getting ready to start the heat races. And number 2 car got so close to our time there. Wow. All right, Johnny in the number 1 car did beat us out just like he did in practice, barely, with a 7:30. Good lap by him. But we will watch heat number 1 here and see how that go. See how it goes. We got 16 cars in here, which is a full feature field, so we won't have any consolation race, which is nice. Be able to skip that at least. But everybody's getting gridded up. I think everybody's there now. Should get rolling quite quickly. Not sure what he was saying. Brandon. Hopefully it's a good race overall. Everybody keeps it pretty clean. What do we have? 30 in the feature? How many laps is it in the feature race? 25. 25 laps in the feature is what we got here. And hopefully it can stay pretty clean. It's a very wide track, so hopefully people aren't running each other over. Cars are pretty slow, so it's easy not to do that. And hopefully it's just overall a pretty fun race. I like Knoxville a lot. It's a really good track. Even the street stocks being here are fun. I'm so confused at what's happening up front here, because the number 1 car is on pole. I'm so confused what's going on with everybody. Like the way they're lining up. I don't know. They still have another time around though. There comes the outside lane. I think they're finally getting to the outside now. But let's see how this goes. See if the 1 car just runs away with it or not. He might, honestly. Who knows? But there are 2 splits here. There was like 31 people, I think, that registered. So second split's going to have 15, I believe. If there was still 31. And Pace Truck is about to pull off. I can't even see them on my other screen anymore. Pace Truck is now off, so he can go whenever. He's gone. Second place, get the decent jump here. 16 car stays to his inside. They're tight. They touch. He's up on the berm.
Can you please give me some spaces, please?
He was on his left.
Hey, it's race as long as he's not beating door.
6 car dives it in. I think might have gotten into the 16. 12 cars inside the 6. They're 3 wide off turn 3. Still 3 wide. 6 car got clear. Still ran middle. 12 and the 6 get together there slightly. They both go up on the berm. 12 car lost a lot of speed. He's going to the back. They're going to be 3 wide for last. The 11 gets into that 6 car. They all got together there. And now they're all single file. Top 2 are still pretty tight to each other, so it's interesting. Let's watch this battle between these 2 guys. See if second place here, the number 2 car can do anything to the guy in the lead and with the number 1 car. What lap's it? Lap 3 going into lap 4. 8 laps here in the heat race. Got 8 laps here and 25 in the feature. There would be 10 in a consolation if you had a consolation race. Wow, the leader is like right on the bottom of that berm, like perfectly without climbing it. Getting that left right, literally right along the edge. That's tough to do. That's very tough to do. Second place is doing a very good job at it as well. He's starting to get a little bit spread out here. Back in the pack, they're fighting for about 5th place here. 15 on the outside. I think that's the 4 car on the inside. It is. 12 car almost got into the 11 back there. That was close. Like, once you lose some track position, it's so hard to get it back sometimes. So you got to be careful with that. I'm kind of happy we're on the outside for the feature. So being in heat number 2, we'll be starting on the outside. Just because the grip is going to get like built up out there a little bit more, and it's starting to get a little slick into these corners on the bottom. So the outside may be able to keep a little bit more speed, but some of these guys back there keep running it, and it's going to go up even higher. Second place, you can see trying to work a little bit higher of a lane. Seeing if he can get a run down the backstretch. He looked like he got slightly closer there, but number 1 car's got such a big lead at this point with these cars. He should have no problem finishing out this next lap for the last lap here. See if second can do anything to catch him at all. First would have to make a huge mistake, but they're actually battling back here. 15 almost got into the 6 car there. Oh, he tried it. He tried to get as slow as he could. Couldn't quite make it work. They're all going to come home single file here. I think second place got in the wall pretty hard there, it sounded like. But good racing.
B-Main Bandit, back at it again.
I don't think he realizes there's no B-Main. Everybody's moving straight to the feature. Oh.
We've put in plenty of fuel to finish the race.
I would hope so. It's 8 laps. We don't got many laps. We got 62 laps of fuel. I think we're fine even for this and the feature combined. Easily. With as many cautions as you want. We'd probably run out of time before we ran out of fuel. To be honest. Waiting on people to join up. Ugh. Sorry about that. I'm tired. After work. Like, I'm running this on Friday after work, so I'm pretty tired. Usually I run this on the weekends, but I'm going to be pretty busy this weekend out at the Tampa Bay Bucks game on Sunday. Saturday I have like a kickball thing to go to with my work, and then meeting up with somebody from iRacing that's going to the Bucks game as well tomorrow night. So I'm not going to be home a whole lot this weekend. So I'm trying to get all these races done early to get them scheduled and posted up for the week. Which this is the last one I have to run, so I'll have that completed, which is great. But 8 laps here. Hopefully we can hold on to the lead. Don't know if I'm going to run completely on the bottom or like run that lane higher. Probably going to try to run that lane higher. Be prepared for weather, they say. Okay. Yeah, there is a pretty decent slick line down here. It's going to probably get the car spinning its tires and just sideways. So the lane up might work for turn 1 at least. Let's see turn 3 as we're about to come to the green here.
Slide back in your seat, buddy. Pull back on your steering wheel.
Yeah, there's a pretty good slick line there, but you can go in on the bottom at least and maybe slide up. Might be able to keep the bottom decent, honestly. Going, getting a pretty good jump. Third place got a good jump being behind us as well. Definitely being in 4th gear was helpful there, because then you don't have to shift down the front stretch. These cars are just slow when they shift. Especially when you got such a long front stretch, you don't need to lose that momentum at all. Oh yeah, there's a big slick line off the exit of 4 there. Interesting. But I'm just going to try to keep this outside lane rolling right now. probably be the best thing for me. If they can make the passes on the bottom, have at it. Maybe got a little too high there. Just trying to keep the right rear mainly out of the slick and in that grip the best as we can.
23.00.
Dang it, slid up too much there in 1 and 2. I need to burp the throttle a little bit on entrance. Try to keep it down. Kind of like our qualifying lap in a way that we ran on the bottom. Because that will probably prevent us from sliding out too much, just letting off slightly going in. But once you have that grip, you can be full throttle. Because sliding up's going to lose you so much time. They're like 3 wide behind me almost, it looks like in the mirror. That's kind of crazy. I am happy we're starting out here though in the feature because it is pretty slicked off on the bottom. So as long as we get a good jump with the leader, might be able to hold on to second. But I know the number 2 car is pretty fast. I've raced with him a lot. Christopher Elliott. I just remember the name because it's like 2 NASCAR names together. Christopher Bell and Chase Elliott, or Christopher Busher if you want to say. Damn. They caught up a lot on the bottom there on entrance. Lost a whole bunch on exit, it seems like. But you can definitely gain a whole bunch on entrance. I wonder if a little bit of a slider line would actually work a little better. Let's see.
23.214.
Kind of do that. Try not to slide up too much. Feel like you don't get as much run off the corner doing that, because I feel like you're sliding a little too much and I have to let off to
Good job, man. 1 more lap.
like straighten it out when I get to the grip. So I think I'm just gonna stick to the top.
23.235.
It wasn't like that much slower at all, but it definitely was slower. But this 14 car is flying through the field right now. He really working that bottom really well. And he's gone from, I don't know where, we'll look, up to second. It looks like they almost get together there, but the 8 car holds him off. Actually, the 8 car is the one I'm thinking of that was ripping that bottom, that light blue car in the bottom.
Well done, buddy.
I thought that was the 14, but no, that's the 8 car. I don't know where he qualified at, but let's see. Where did he qualify at? He started back in 4th, got up to 2nd, so
Good fun right there, 8.
good race by him. He was making that bottom work. He was flying down there. But hopefully we could have a pretty good heat or feature race.
All right.
Hopefully we can have a pretty good feature race
On the
here.
right side, you can't go anywhere but forward.
Very true. We'll see how this goes.
And it's not easy to flip these cars either.
Flip these cars. I flipped these cars at Cedar Lake.
Yeah, you can't flip these for shit.
I flipped them at
Thank
Cedar
God.
Lake over the
I
wall
drive to the real.
in turn 1.
I beg to differ. I put my ass off in the practice with Josh.
All right, 25 laps, getting ready to roll here. Starting
Yeah,
in
I said
second.
Jump the cushion to jump over him and then fucking went for a ride.
If we could finish top 4 or 5, I'd be very happy. There's a lot of fast guys here. Seems like this 8 car is very quick behind me. I don't think I recognize number 1's name, but
Y'all drive sprint cars then, Cole.
I definitely recognize number 2's name. So I've raced him a
Bobby
lot.
wasn't up there. I'd have been doing that too.
But we'll see how this goes. Hopefully we can have a
Two
good race.
completely different styles of driving. Like,
Yeah, they are. Sprint cars and
That's
straight
like the
stock, you
relevant
can't really
state, I
compare
mean.
them. There's no comparison really between the two. They're so different. Like, these are just so much slower as well. Depending what sprint car you're talking about. Like a 305, not really. Like, they kind of have similar speed, I feel like. The 305 still might be faster, though. I'm not 100% sure about that.
1 to go.
Alright, getting ready to go here. Hopefully we can get a pretty good start. That's the goal. I'm gonna do the starts and every restart in 4th gear. Hopefully we don't get any cautions. It's a pretty big track, so hopefully people can contain themselves and not wreck. Because these caution laps will be a while. They kind of suck.
Hey, boss man, remember, 1 lap at a time, 1 car at a time.
And we're
Why don't you
getting
hit me
ready.
a couple more times there, dipshit?
Getting ready for this A-Vane.
Well, I only hit you once, but okay.
It's funny.
Does it again.
We are going.
Had a decent start. Third place did not have a great start. It sounded like he was in
Yeah,
third gear
I did
there.
it one time on asphalt one, and he fucking deal about it.
Christopher Elliott sliding up. I'm gonna try to cross him back over.
Outside.
I thought he was sliding up a little bit more there. Trying to keep the bottom on him without getting too sideways.
Working the outside.
Stayed pretty evened up with him.
Outside. Clear, clear. 25.02.
Really got to throttle it down here.
That leader's in front of you. Outside.
Okay, he's a little tight on us there.
Still out there. Clear.
So I'm doing my best to not slide up into him, but we need room off the corner to go straight, dude.
Door outside. Outside clear. 23.0.
Give it a little brake tap on entrance to slow us down. The guy behind me is all up on the curb. I don't know what that was about.
Still there. Clear again.
Oh, I'm gonna get up on the curb. But nope, we barely missed it. Cool. That was lucky. I thought for sure I was getting into it.
Outside, outside.
Trying to keep off of him the best we can.
All clear, my man. 23.
Should have probably threw a slider there, to be honest.
Hey, baby, you just keep concentrating. Every
If I get
time,
that kind of
brother.
run going into a corner again, I need to just take it.
Still outside. Clear.
I'm shocked we're holding it as well as we are on the bottom. That dude's trying to take it 3 wide. I think he might have gotten into him.
Inside quarter.
He got to my inside,
Clear. 23.306.
and we're gonna be 3 wide. I don't think the 16 is gonna know.
Still there. You're all clear.
Just gotta slide up in front of the 2 now. I think he's gonna go to the bottom. Well, he's going under us, but he's behind the 16. It's kind of stuck there.
Still there. Clear low. 23.
Crazy tight racing. The leader's just pulling away. He's loving what he's seeing in his mirror. He's absolutely loving it.
Side. Going side. Clear low.
16 sliding on up. We're gonna cross him over
Outside.
and cleared him. Nice.
Clear, clear, clear.
I think he almost got turned by the guy behind us, or he tried to cut back under us. I'm not sure. And he wasn't clear.
Let it roll through the center.
All right, now let's see if we can pull away from that pack. Oh my, that's a mess back there. That is a hell of a race getting back in that. I'm happy we qualified in second. Or just like up front in general, because being in that pack would suck being like further back in like 8th or something. You'd have nowhere to go.
Come on, Sam.
Shocked there hasn't been a caution yet with how aggressive everybody's been, like on each other's doors and 3 wide and everything like that. It's been great racing. But let's see if we could potentially try to catch the leader here. We're like 2.5 back from him. We'll see if we can.
23.
Oh, we're starting to go super wide. But this is where like the grip's at. Definitely a little lower on exit. Once you get it pointed straight. 3 and 4, I feel like you could stay slightly lower than you can in 1 and 2. He's doing like a huge cutoff line on exit, which is interesting.
23.
Which honestly, there may be a strategy to that, like just getting rid of the exit of the corner. If you don't get too sideways through it. The pack's starting to catch me now though, which isn't the best. Need to get this thing pointed straight and just drive it off. Trying to somewhat do what that guy's doing up there, but he's going like super wide.
23.5.
I'm not sure if he's like letting off to do it or what.
Outside. Clear high.
It's a very interesting line to say the least. But he's trying like a bunch of different lines up there because he has so much room. He doesn't have to really worry about anyone behind him. Okay, that does kind of work though. He catches up so much on entrance for me like letting off. Oh, we got the berm. Thanks for the 2X. He just completely full throttles it and hopes it sticks. He's going low. He's throwing a slider, but he's gonna be so slow on exit.
Outside. Clear high.
Once this track gets this wide and stuff, oh god, the berm.
Inside.
Don't try to slide up, dude. You had no room there. You were not going fast enough for that. Just gonna block that from happening again, that lap, or that corner, I should say.
23.725.
He throws a shallower one. Should still clear him on exit. You're not gonna be able to clear us there, or you will. Oh, and we get a caution.
Do you need to take a drink or anything like that?
All right. Well, the leader was so far ahead at that point.
Alright, you're gonna have to come around to
With everybody throwing sliders on each other now. 16's pretty quick, but throwing a slider line slows you down so much.
But you ain't having near the fun we are.
You're not wrong.
Oh, me and this 3 are battling.
Yeah. It's a fun battle, though.
I mean, he could throw a blanket under from 2nd all the way to 11th.
Oh, I imagine. It's been fun racing, though, so hopefully we can keep it up and maybe get a good jump off this restart. Because everything's going to be single file here for this restart, so hopefully we can get a good jump and try to get away from the guys behind us.
1 to go.
All right, 1 to go right here. Everyone's single file. Hopefully we can get a pretty good jump here.
Damn it.
I think somebody was up in the wall or something.
My bad, everybody slowed down. See that stick woman.
The fuck you guys doing up there? Jesus Christ.
I don't know why he's so far off the pace car, to be honest.
But give those belts a little tug here. Let's get ready to go again.
But hopefully we can get a good jump here with the leader, because he can go basically whenever he wants through this corner. Imagine he's going to try to check up and then go, or not. Okay. I was expecting like him to slow up some to try to get people to slow down, but he did not. That's fine.
Green flag.
Oh, we're up in the wall. Actually, not really up in the wall. Okay.
Inside. Clear low.
You did not have a run, but that almost put me in the wall, and that screwed me up completely.
Still on your inside. Clear.
Because there just was not room to throw a slider. And he's all up in the wall in 3 and 4. 2 cars running the bottom side. I honestly think you could probably make this bottom side work a little bit now.
24.
Everybody's so high up the track.
7. 10 to go. 10 for
10 laps to go.
2 wide outside. 1 outside.
I'm just going to try to make this bottom work, to be honest. You have to run so high to keep that grip. I think if you can keep it down here and pretty straight, you can probably get back past them guys.
23.578.
Because these cars aren't super fast. As long as you don't get too sideways and bogged down, you should be good. Just trying to keep it out of the slick as much as we can, but keep it off the berm. Very tough to do.
23.5.
We were throwing sliders on each other too much for me to really think about trying the bottom line. And we're running pretty well with it. Johnny's just gone up front. He is just good. I'm interested to know what his I rating is after this. Hopefully we can keep this rolling though.
23.4.
Because we're sticking right here on the berm perfectly right now. Ooh, he got up in the wall slightly, but it's not really going to affect him. Just have to hope to not get ran over from behind at doing this, because you have to go so
Good
slow
shit,
through the
dude.
bottom.
About to take your ass out. You better move out the fucking way.
23.52.
15 just dived on me and fucking pushed me out of the way. That's crazy.
Yikes. 6 cars starting to work the bottom, getting by the 16. They're going to be battling a little bit. I got too low there. It's going to get me a little sideways. Just got to get the car straightened up for the exit. And then get on throttle. 6 cars running really well, though, from behind on the bottom here.
5, 6,
Teach forgot to drive. Jesus.
5 laps to go right now.
5 laps to go. Hopefully we can hold this, like, half-second lead on 6 car. Johnny's starting to run the top side again with, like, a huge cut-down line. Visually, it looks like I'm catching him while he's doing that. He probably gets a run on the straightaway, but... Oh, he's all over the berm there.
5, 4, 2.
You gotta use such little throttle through the corners in these. It's crazy to keep it down here. It's like you're trying to run a super late and stuff, just trying to keep it straight. But these cars are a lot easier to do it with.
23.508.
So I'm just going to try to stick right to the bottom. I'm way too sideways through that corner. That was a terrible turn one. I'm hoping the guy behind me, Justin, is trying his heart out and getting sideways too, because he's got to catch us first. And I'm just going to stick right to this bottom, so he would have to wreck me to get by me. Two more times around.
0.553.
But that was a hell of a race, middle of the laps here. That was absolutely crazy. A lot of fun. Good racing there at the 16 car for a really long time. 16 to 2. We were keeping it super clean. That was a ton of fun. Don't know where the 16 car is at. He is gone at this point. He got stuck on the outside or something.
23.659.
Still got our little bit of a lead on the 6 car. Good win to Johnny up front. Led all the laps. Killed everybody. Hell of a race by everybody back here, though. Good win. We got second, though. I'll take that.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Very tough race here at Knoxville. That was a lot of fun. That was probably one of the most fun races I've had in these cars at this track, with how much, how many sliders we were throwing and keeping it clean.
I just got pushed out of the way. It's fucking last. That's crazy.
All you guys.
He's having a hell of a time back there. Good battle there, Ethan. That was a lot of fun. That was a hell of a race there. I want to go back and watch some of that, because that was a whole bunch of fun. Like, those sliders were crazy.
15 and fucking 9 drove into me to get me out of the fucking
What
way.
the hell
That's
happened
true.
on this lap? He just got moved for last place?
Sorry about that.
Because they're literally battling for about last right now. I don't know what the one wreck was. 9 throws a slider on the 11 up there. 11 right rears the 9 slightly. I don't think the 9 even knew he was there. Just came down on him. And then I think this is the 15 car. Slides through the corner. What happens? Because this is the final lap right here. Does he just get absolutely pushed out of the way in the last lap? The last corner? Getting slid up on. Unless he gets doored down the front stretch. No, the 15 didn't do anything to him. I don't know what he's saying anything about the 15. Unless the 15 was this 11 car. I don't know what happened to him. He was really mad that whole race, it seemed like. But what a freaking battle that was, from like second on back for the longest time. Because like we were sitting to the bottom of Christopher here for quite some time. Then we get to in front of him. I think I finally threw a slider, and then the 16 car immediately got inside of us, and Christopher had nowhere to go. But it was a hell of a race, man. Like, what a freaking battle us three were having. That was a lot of fun. I finally threw a slider. Was it here? No. 16 car goes a little wide, pushes Christopher out of the way, and that's how we got clear of him. The 16 was really fast. I think he throws a slider here. He was really... Oh, no, he didn't. He stayed to the bottom, but I went a little low. Christopher ran outside. We were 3 wide going down the back stretch. Like, what a freaking battle this is. This is awesome. I think I slid up there. 16 keeps his position. Christopher wanted to take it in the middle, but could not because the 16 blocked it. Sliding up, and then I think he slides up. No, he doesn't. It took him a few laps, I guess, to actually slide up in front of us, because we kept getting a hell of a run off this corner. But what a battle this was. This was awesome. I think he throws a slider here finally. Yeah, he does. I don't want to cut too far down because I saw the 6 down there, but we're able to get clear of him just barely, and then they get together off the corner. That's what happened behind me with all them. Like, that was super tight. Like, he was trying to cut back down, and Christopher just on his left rear with the 6 to his inside. But, like, what a battle it was. It was nuts. And then I think he started, like, they started to catch me after a few laps. Like, I drove away for a couple laps, and then the 16 of Ethan and Christopher just stayed on that outside. But they were slowly catching me. I was, like, just screwing it up. Something fierce. When did he actually throw a slider on me? Oh, yeah, that's where I got bumped. he hit the wall in that, or no, he just hit that bump going into turn 1. His whole car got up in the air, and he, like, gained speed from it. Like, that was really odd. I think that was where we got our 2X from, but that's fine. Like, overall, it was all fine. This is where he starts to throw a slider, or he just doesn't barely make the slider work. I stick to the outside. And then I think it goes back to the bottom here in 3 and 4. This is where I blocked this slider. Okay. So we started throwing sliders on each other a couple laps ago at this point, and the two behind us were falling off slightly. He throws a slider back here. I was able to like cross him over pretty well though, like every time, and it worked out perfect for us. I'm just trying to watch out for when that wreck was, because that had to have been somewhere back there. I really didn't think he was going to be able to complete that one because he was so far back, and we were like just gaining away on the straightaway. Had a huge lead there, and that's where the caution came out. That's why we had a huge lead. What was it for? Or who was it for, I should say? The 15 car, maybe? No, not quite. Who was it? I have no clue who it was. The 14 and 15? Oh, yeah. I don't know if the 14 thought he was clear, just came up on the 15 or something like that. Not 100% sure. But luckily, this was the only caution. A little bit of net code. I feel like he should have been able to pull up there, but definitely net code to hook him there. But it was a hell of a battle. And then after the restart, I just stuck to the bottom, and it stuck. It really stuck. Luckily, well, he threw a slider first corner, which I was not expecting. That screwed me up completely, because I was not expecting him to try to complete that, because he was so far back, and I just overcorrected a little bit too much because I thought he was going to try to come up into us there. Luckily, nothing too bad happened. Do we hold off Christopher here? Because I started running the bottom. I think I dropped down to the bottom here behind Christopher. I'm like, I'm going to try this and see if I can make it work. And then just started ripping the bottom here to get by these guys. Those two get together slightly. 16 pushes Christopher up a little bit. But then you just have to run so wide to get that grip, and Ethan wasn't all the way up by the wall. So we were able to actually get a pretty good launch off the corner, keeping it straight, and we actually clear him there going into turn 3. It was just a hell of a race. That was a whole lot of fun. And then he fell all the way back to 6th here, which is unfortunate for him. He started 5th, finished 6th. He was really fast there, and then I think just got stuck on the outside at some point. I think somebody got to his inside. Oh yeah, he slid up too much there. I think he thought the he saw the 6 going low, so he ran hard. The 6 got on the berm, and he just slid up a whole lot and slowed himself up. Got clear there. So when does he get stuck on the outside? Oh, right there. 6 car got on his inside, and I think he just got stuck on the outside for like the rest of the race, didn't he? No, got back down to the bottom. He was trying to make the outside work, and they just did not work at that point, which is unfortunate. He had a good race, though. That was a lot of fun. So we come home 2nd, car number 3. Oh, that one was loud. Very happy about that. Started 2nd, finished 2nd. Hell of a race there in the mid laps, and then after we got the restart, trying to get it back to 2nd. That was a lot of fun. So should gain some iRating. Let's go see what we end up getting. All right, results in strength of field mid of the 2100s. There was 2 separate splits. I imagine the other one had 15 because I think there was 31 registered. But Johnny up front led all the laps. Nobody was even near him the entire time. But we had a hell of a race behind him, and somehow we came home 2nd. Very happy about that. We actually had the 2nd fastest. Oh no, Ethan had the 2nd fastest lap by 3,000th over us. Yeah, 2nd fastest lap goes to him. He just fell off there at the very end when it got super slicked off. Luckily, we were able to find that bottom, and it still fell off to Johnny. He was just too fast up there, so great race by him. Good win. He has nearly 6,000 iRating. Damn, that's crazy. I wonder if he like farms the street stocks a bunch and just gets a ton of wins in this. That could be possible, honestly, because he was very fast in these. But we finished 2nd. Car number 3 gained 34, which is awesome. Over 41.50, which is nice. Barely gains any safety. I thought we were actually going to lose some getting a 2x there, but other than that, a lot of people got a 2x, probably just beating and banging each other, because these cars, you can kind of get into each other a little bit and not wreck, but still get a 2x. 5 car finishes 9th, started 8th, so he was mid-pack the entire time, got a 0x. Good job by him. So that was a lot of fun overall. Very phenomenal race. I would do that again in a heartbeat, because that was just so much fun, and everybody kept it pretty clean for the most part. Pretty clean sliders overall. and just really tight racing, which was a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the race as much as I did being in that one, because that was a great one. So appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys have some good races this week like this, and I'll catch you guys in the next race.